all black. The story from the project, innocent black man. Let me be clear, damn man. The story from the project, innocent black man.
What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Small Account Challenge. Today is day number 132. In the pre-market, I saw SPY had gapped down pretty heavy. Then I realized the reason for it was we had economic news come out. The GDP numbers in the market did not like what it saw. So it caused the market to take down. So when the market opened up, I knew what sentiment I was going to be watching. And when the market opened up, I caught some nice setup. I was able to pull out some nice base hits, and I was able to pull our 9th straight green day. And then when I look at this and realize we are fully out of recovery mode, got it all back, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how we pulled it off today. And today's midday market recap. Finally answering a question that many people who have subscribed to this channel have asked me: do I give training for these small account stuff? And I'm going to be starting that. First, I need to see if there's real interest in it. So in the comment sections below, put the word interested, and then I know if people are really interested, because I know there are traders who don't have a lot of money and they would like to learn how to grow their small amount of money into a large amount of money and then take it on their own. Anyway, that's what I'm speaking to. All right, y'all, let's go over the trades from this morning. Like I said, we was able to pull out our 9th straight green day, which is wonderful. We are on a hot streak. Now, I won't say it's a hot streak, but a consecutive green streak. Only got into about 5 trades, only lost on 1. Gotta love that. Anyway, let's pull the charts up. Let's go over the trades from this morning. All right, cool. Like I told you in the pre-market, SPY had gapped down pretty heavy, so I already knew what was going to be happening when we started the market. All right, cool. Our first trade was on SPY to the downside at 9:38 and 29 seconds. This one we won on. All right, cool. The candle that starts the market at 9:30 was a green candle. All right, cool. I'm watching it. Basically, for the most part, what really happened right there was after that crazy sell-off in the pre-market, we got a little bit of a bounce. Once again, that's just the pre-market. On the very next candle, the one that opens up 30 and closes at 35, we immediately begin to sell off. But I do absolutely nothing. Why? Because first order of day, set the key level. Boom. On that candle, in the price action, it falls all the way to 545.49 on that lower wick. I like it. I set the key level. Because it starts to reverse off of that, I say cool. Now we got our key level. If the price don't get under that today, there will be no trace of me going down to the downside. So I'm still watching it. That candle closes on the very next candle. I don't get an upper key level. Why? Because it never reaches there in the during my trading time. So cool. On the very next candle, opens up 40, closes at 40. Opens up 35, closes at 40. I'm watching it. This bad boy begins to come back down to that key level. I'm watching it. It breaks the key level. I said, nice. I'm going to wait a little bit longer to make sure we got resolution on that bad boy. We got resolution at 9:38. I jumped in, rolled that bad boy down all the way to 9:39, 29 seconds right before it closed, and got out. That was our first trade of the day, was a green trade. Thank God for the key levels. They really, really help you out. All right, now let's go to the next trade. The next trade was on SPY to the downside at 9:40. All right, cool. Because after that candle, it was such a long candle. Once it finally closed, I set another key level right after that one. This one was at 544.32. So now I'm watching that bad boy. That candle closes at 9:40. The very next candle I'm watching opens up 40, closes at 45. This candle you got to be careful for, because sometimes you can get a bounce off of this, but you need resolution first. Anyway, I'm watching this candle. We get a slight resolution, a slight bounce, but it doesn't convince me. I look at the MACD a little bit, like we're still going down. All right, cool, Mike, let's see what happens. And then at 9:40 and 44 seconds, it begins to continue going down on that downward pressure. I jump in, ride that bad boy down all the way to 9:41 and 30 seconds. Our second green trade of the day. So now we really looking good. We're in the driver's seat. So now we can play with the market a little bit. If we lose, or we're going to lose what we got, and we breaking even. So let's do it. Okay, so our third trade was at 10 o'clock to the upside. All right, cool. The candle that we got out of, which was at 941, which was this candle right here. When I closes at 45. All right, cool. I'm watching the very next candle. Opens up 50. Opens up 45. Closes at 50. We do get a slight pushback on that green candle, but it's running into that key level, so I'm not trading it because it needs to get above that. Without that, I'm not messing with it. The very next candle opens up 50, closes at 55. Now that downward pressure kicks in. Why? Because that key level was acting like resistance. Now we going right back down. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's keep watching it. I noticed that it's coming to a key level I already set on my chart earlier, which was 542.66. So I'm watching it. I said, all right, cool. On that downward pressure, if we can break that, I'll jump in. That candle closes at 55. The very next candle opens up 55, closes at 10 o'clock. I'm watching. As it closed at 10 o'clock, I jump in that bad boy, but not to the downside, because I noticed we came down to another key level, which was 541.52, and it bounced off of that with a lower wick. That was my entry. We going back up. I jumped in 10 o'clock on that close. Start riding this bad boy up. The one that closes at 10:05, I'm riding that bad boy up all the way to 10:01, and we get out for our third green trade of the day. These key levels are really helping me out. And they're not daily key levels, they're intraday key levels, which play a role. And I realized that was one of the missing things from my strategy, having that key level. My strategy was good, but the key levels give me a higher probability of the trades going in my favor. All right, cool. The next trade we lost on, though. All right, here we go. This one was at 10:10 and 45 seconds to the downside. All right, cool. We get out the candle at 10:05. All right, at 10:01, the candle closes at 10:05. The very next candle opens up 10:05, closes at 10:10. I want this to the downside because I really thought after that bounce, the bears can regain control and push it back down. So at 10:10, as that candle closed, I jumped in, but I should have waited till it got back above the key level, or at least get next to it and reverse. It did not reverse. So I'm in that bad boy 10:10. I hold all the way to the candle close, and we get out at 10:15 because it breaks the key level, and I should have jumped into the upside on that one. So now we gave back some of the profits, but we're still green because we had 3 green trades and 1 red trade. So I'm like, Mike, what you gonna do now? Do you want to stop in the day green or continue trading your strategy? I said, let's go for one more, and that'll be the day. If we lose on this one, 2 losses for the day, then I'm out the freaking door. All right, cool. Last trade of the day was at 10:19 to the upside. All right, cool. The candle we lost on, the one that closed at 10:15, I'm watching this bad boy. The very next candle opens up 10:15, closes at 10:20. I'm watching this. I want this to the upside. I wait for that lower wick to come down to that key level that broke earlier. I'm like, all right, cool. It's going to bounce off of that bad boy. It did bounce. I was right. As it closed up here at 10:19, I jumped in on that upward pressure. I'm like, all right, cool. I wanted to break the earlier key level. It breaks that key level, and I ride this bad boy all the way to 10:24 and 36 seconds for 2 candles. Boom! And we was able to catch another green trade. And that's how we finished the day. You can see it there. For our 9th green trade of the day, y'all, of the week. Y'all, all I can say, man, listen, is God bless. Like I said, the market been treating us right. We've been seeing our setups and taking our base hits. We're not going for the home runs. If the home run is there, we can take it. If it's not there, we do what we do. Take our base hit and on to the next day. Anyway, y'all, like I said, don't forget to comment interested if you're interested in learning that on that training I'm talking about earlier. All right, y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow for day number 133. All right, y'all. Peace.